This is a trustworthy plane. It's about the size, it's the equivalent of like a number three. This plane, I didn't know anything about it, but there was a guy at the flea market. He wanted $3 for this plane. It's made in USA. Um, and I thought, well, for $3, I could maybe use it for parts, if nothing else. So I've kind of semi-restored it. I've brought it back to working order. I wouldn't call it a restoration. I would call it I cleaned it up, sharpened the blade, and put it in order to be used. But now I didn't do anything to the handles, the knob and the toe. But I didn't know anything about this plane. And after some research, this plane was made for Salt Lake Hardware, which was a big hardware and lumber supply company back in the mid 20th century. It's made by Sargent. It's a homeowner type plane that they sold in hardware stores. It is probably equivalent to a Stanley Handyman. But I thought for $3, that's a no-brainer. But look at this plane. Look how thin the shavings are that I'm pulling off of this plane. Now, they're not whole, but I don't care about that. That would make a screaming nice smoothing plane. I can't get the light to shine on it. But I mean, that's a beautiful finish. There are other planes in the world besides the Stanley. Please don't misunderstand. I love my Stanley hand planes. But I have a Sargent as well that a friend of mine gave me that I love as well. Okay, so now I have this. I don't know that I love it, but it does what a smoothing plane should do. And it does it really well. I can't fault that plane out there for nothing. It feels good in the hand. The handles are substantial. There's no hot spots on it anywhere. The frame of it, the castings and stuff, they don't come up against my hand, the side of my hand or anything. I mean, there's nothing at all wrong with that hand plane. So, I mean, if you see something and you're willing to take a chance, it's not much money. And it looks like it's whole. Nothing's broke on it or anything like that. If you know what you're doing, I can pretty much take any hand plane that you hand me if it's built halfway decent. Remember that a hand plane is just a big fat chisel in a jig that holds it at 45 degrees or some other angle depending on what kind of plane that it is. The early ones, they just shoved it into a block of wood and went to town. Am I telling you to buy a cheap junky plane and that's okay? No, but what I'm saying is that the people that we have now that are talking about tools, a lot of them, like Chris Swartz, for instance, he researched history and he researched the common planes, the ones that people reach for, and his conclusion like a lot of people's, was that Stanley was top of the game. But that does not mean that there were not other hand plane manufacturers that made a decent product at a lower price or in a competitive range of Stanley. One of the ones that comes to mind real easily is once again Sargent and Miller's Falls. Miller's Falls are fantastic planes if you get the good ones. If you get the ones that, just like Stanley, Miller's Falls made a lot of cheap junk too. Stanley did too. They made the Handyman series. They made that, I don't know what it's called, but it's like a maroon casting or maroon Japanning and stuff. They're junk. Okay, well, Miller's Falls did too. They made a black plastic handled pieces of junk that are just as bad as the Stanley Handymans. But when you look and find a Miller's Falls that was made quality when they were in direct competition with Stanley, it's every bit the plane Stanley is. So all I'm doing with this video, I found this plane and I wanted to see what I could make it do. And I see that it's creating fantastic shavings, working really well like a plane should. And people go, oh, these are horrible junky planes. No, it's not. It's not. There were other options besides Stanley back then, and those same planes work well. And the reason I'm talking to you about this is that a lot of times when you look for Stanley, there are places in the country and places in the world where Stanley is almost expensive as a new plane, a new quality plane. If you want to get like a really good example of them, certain models, so, and some of them are like unobtainium depending on where you at. So if it doesn't cost very much, there's nothing wrong with experimenting with different hand planes that you find out there in the wild. If you look at them and you see that they are a solid plane that are anywhere near quality build, you might be surprised what you find. And like if you find, cosmetically the chrome and stuff's peeling off, that's ugly, but it doesn't make a dime's worth of difference to the way this plane works. And I don't really care about stuff like that. More and more when I get hand tools, I just want to get the rust off of them, clean them up, and sharpen them up, and make them work. And go on with woodworking. You can too. Bless you. I'll talk to you later.